Hey there, I hope everyone's having a grand frickin' day. All right, I'm gonna provide a little bit of messaging for those who are aligned with this, okay? I am using a traditional Rider-Waite deck. Okay, Pamela Smith did the artwork. All right, let's see. What can we provide guidance on today for their highest and greatest good, please? Those it's meant to find. Okay, 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords. That's 9 swords. So I feel like there is this emphasis on someone struggling to make a decision on, what's this? Okay, so the Ace of Wands and the Fool, are these meant to be in reverse? All right. The Fool, 2 of Swords, 7 of Swords, the Fool, Ace of Wands. I feel like this is representing like either some sort of confusion or blockage from being able to come your direction to create any kind of disturbance. I feel like there is no new beginning. There is no positive energy regarding this. I feel like there is no opportunity. I feel like somebody thinks there's still an opportunity, and I feel like they're being blocked from whatever this opportunity is. All right. I'm saying opportunity because I feel like somebody thinks that they can come in with some sort of passionate offer, maybe even like lust. I'm also getting like dirty offer. I feel like there is no new beginning here. There is no restart, okay? There is no new start here. That is what somebody's wanting to do in your energy. Okay. Wow, did you see that? Am I taking these? I have taken these. Okay. What else do we have? Someone is refusing to accept the tower that is happening in their life. They're refusing to heal, and there is this energy of not being able to move forward. I feel like there's this reluctance. I mean, this is the slowest Knight as it is already in the deck. It's the Knight of Pentacles, and this is in the reverse. So I'm also getting like this could also be affecting somebody's finances and ability to move forward. I feel like there is some sort of like refusing to go within for insight or healing or reflection or introspection. And as a result, I feel like there's a denial. I feel like there's a lot of denying going on here, running away from the truth, trying to avoid being accountable for something that they may have casted or done. I'm getting the wands as like a magic wand, like what you put out there, what you take action, what you say you're accountable for. I feel like somebody is most definitely refusing accountability and responsibility here. Okay. And then I have the Chariot for what I feel like they did this against somebody who is supported by the universe in some way, shape, or form. I feel like maybe they underestimated too your power, your authority, your position, your will, and your grit. I feel like no weapon formed against you can prosper is also what I'm getting. I feel like every attack they sent your way is being returned. Okay, if they wanted to prevent you from having any kind of new beginning or positive outlook, I feel like that's happening to them. I feel like all the casting that they've done is returning back to them. I'm also getting like their power has been stunted or removed or blocked. I feel like if they wanted you to experience some sort of massive loss or ending in your life, I feel like this is happening to them. I do feel like maybe they did have abilities and they abused them. And I feel like as a result of that, there's recourse playing out. This can easily represent somebody mentally unstable, confused, maybe not even well. I'm also getting there could be a loss of finances, stability, or security. If they thought money was going to come to them, I feel like this is not happening. I feel like I'm pulling up on some karma here. I feel like I'm pulling up in my chariot regarding some karma here. Oh, brother. All right. So I feel like, you know, they thought that maybe they were doing this in the shadows and that they wouldn't be accountable for any of the things that they were doing. But I feel like you had a knowing of what was going on behind the scenes. You may not actually see it specifically as far as like receipts. I feel like this is your clair abilities, okay? And you having this ability to know what this energy was doing behind the scenes and trust and keep to yourself. I feel like you kept to yourself and let them do what they needed to do because you somehow had an understanding that like you were very supported. So it's kind of like you let them. There's like this let them energy. Yeah, and then I have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you understand how things work here in the universe. And so as a result, you kind of like let them take action, right? In that cycle that they're choosing for themselves. I feel like this is a bit of repeat. This is also lessons playing out here. There's like change happening. Major life lessons are playing out here. Yeah, it has something to do with some sort of dynamic, some sort of relationship. Two of Cups. I'm getting like this person tried to maybe, or someone tried to destroy some sort of like soulmate energy. Kindred spirit energy. Someone who you're meant to work with here. I feel like there's a replacement. Yeah, okay. We have victory and success here. Yeah, I feel like they have no protection at all. Okay, this is in the reverse. Instead of protecting this union, they destroyed it. I feel like they sabotaged it. I feel like they sabotaged themselves and then they sabotaged this. I do feel that there's something that, you know, I'm also getting like this can be something new coming in, okay, that is like deserving, that is on some sort of level that is going to provide the direction needed. I feel like maybe somebody couldn't go in the direction that needed to be go in, and I feel like this could be someone coming in to maybe provide some sort of protection too. So let's see who's this King of Cups. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or just somebody that's really in their emotions. They feel things very deeply. Okay, so this King of Cups is a King of Swords in reverse. So this would be a toxic, so the reverse would be someone who abuses others with like mind control or verbal, like they're not very honest, they lack integrity, they use emotions to manipulate. I feel like this is like mind control, manipulation, verbal abuse is kind of what I'm getting. Maybe even some narcissistic traits here. So yeah, I'm getting that this energy here, this in reverse, is not protected, okay? They don't have any divine protection. So they very well could be experiencing the wrath of their own castings, spell castings, or negative intentions to try to win at all costs in some way. I'm getting like they need to win at all costs. They need to look like they're the shit, but deep down inside, like they're wearing a mask. I feel like they pretend to be something that they're not. Okay? I feel like this is being revealed. I feel like they don't have a leg to stand on anymore. I feel like what's happening in their own environment speaks the truth. Whether they're going to speak it or not, I feel like what's happening in their life speaks enough for it. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is about like entertaining options. This is illusions, pretending to be something that you're not, like wearing a mask, trying to manipulate and control others for the sake of your own kind of agenda. This is like a hidden agenda. I feel like they tried to hide who they truly are because they're working and operating from a shadow energy. I feel like you see who this person is. You're not interested. I have 7-7 here. I feel like they're refusing to do the personal work. And then I have the 9 of Wands. So this is saying like this person is not a victim. This person intentionally did all of these things and then they hide their hand and they're wondering why their life's a shit show, right? It's like, I wonder, you know, why that is. Like, I feel like this person doesn't take accountability or responsibility for their actions. So I feel like that is, yeah, I'm getting like they're trying to run away from their problems instead of dealing with them head on. And they're blaming other people for what's happening in their life instead of taking accountability for the actions that they actually took themselves. I have Ace of Cups. You will have a new beginning with somebody else. I feel like this energy, you were a blessing of divine love to this energy and they chose to juggle you. So what they did is they juggled a blessing right out of their life. I'm also getting, this is the energy of understanding like the energy you put out, you receive back. This is the universal law of cause and effect. And these are both in reverse. So what I'm getting is that like they are receiving all the things that they put out. Okay. While you experience divine love, which is what you were intended to experience in the first place. You do not want a new beginning with this energy. You understand that you are the blessing. You also understand that you being in a high vibration, a loving vibration, is going to help you maintain stability and security. King of Pentacles. I feel like, this is King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I feel like you were seen in the environment as someone who's very loving, caring, and kind. I'm also getting that there could be someone who also pretends to be something that they're not, right? High Priestess in reverse, as well as a Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I'm getting that like they may have even like paid a practitioner to maybe even possibly unalive you or make you well or ill or mentally ill, whatever that might be in your circumstance. But I feel like, you know, this is an abuse of power here. All right. And as a result, there's consequences for actions. Okay. We do have the Tower in reverse. We do have, you know, they did this for their own personal gain. They thought that they could, you know, usually the credo is do no harm. I feel like they did the opposite. I feel like they wished a lot of ill will and harm on others. And I feel like they're experiencing the wrath of the divine at this point with the Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like, oh, so you want to experience what you create. Okay, we can make sure that happens. I feel like that's playing out here. I'm getting like, yeah, 5 of, this is like loss, abandonment, rejection, not being good enough, not having resources, not even knowing like where you're going to sleep tonight. I feel like someone's been rejected or is in the process of being rejected. Yep, I have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like someone is reviewing the investments that they made and how it really didn't benefit them in the way that they thought. So I feel like there's a bit of, you know, feeling like they've lost whatever they invested in. Like a poor investment is what I'm getting. I feel like someone was like led astray. Yeah, I feel like you're moving on from this energy. You're not waiting for this energy to come back around. Like you're Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like, you know, there actually could be somebody entertaining someone else on the side. And again, I'm getting a lot of like ego, materialism, like maybe even paying for some sort of service, whether that be, I'm getting like this can be like a practitioner, or this could be for other means to get money. So I'm kind of alluding to the fact that like maybe, you know, this is a group that work together to do something for the purpose of personal gain. I feel like these two paired up, okay? So this would be like Jezebel energy, masculine or feminine. All right, what's this? Hermit. I feel like this was for the sake of keeping you from being on your path, your spiritual path, your journey, being able to shine the light and enlighten others. I feel like they tried to prevent this from happening, right? And it's clarifying the Chariot. So yeah, they tried to prevent you from being on your purpose. Okay. That doesn't go very lightly. That doesn't go well. That doesn't bode well, shall we say. And again, like, I feel like this is like I feel like this is a karmic cycle closing out here. I feel like hard lessons are being learned as well, as to making sure that you're investing in things for the right reasons is also what's playing out here. They may have not really felt any type of connection to a higher power other than their ego. I feel like their ego and pride is learning the biggest lesson here. Again, like, who do they think they are? Do they think that they have more power than the Most High? They think that they can come in and intervene on someone else's divine path and purpose when you were sent to them as a blessing, an example of what love actually is, and they decided that they would choose a Jezebel instead. Now they're realizing the investment that they made is not panning out how they thought. Yeah, I feel like this contract that you had with this past energy is closed, completed, and you're able to move on to the new cycle, the new, onto new contracts. I feel like you leveled up from this situation and you completed this karmic cycle and karmic relationship. I feel like, yeah, you're very stable and secure and grounded, okay? I feel like people see you as untouchable now. I feel like they also may have tried to love bomb you and manipulate you for the sake of their own personal gain. I feel like they're very much driven by appearances, what makes them look good, how people look, like whoever they're dating, like, are they going to be able to kind of like benefit from their finances, their stability, their house, their car? Like, could this person, I feel like this person wanted to ride on your coattails without putting any work in. They wanted to just kind of like maybe marry you and then divorce you and put you in a third party and take your money. I feel like their intentions with this contract with you, King of Swords, was unlawful. It lacked integrity. It lacked morality. And they're the one that's being seen as the fool. Oops. I feel like you're emerging as the one that is responsible, resourceful. So if they lied on your name and told and defamed your character, I feel like your character speaks for itself. You've always been the stable, secure one. Okay, I feel like this energy and how they're acting in their life and what's happening to them is illuminating their own character and their own flaws, in which they tried to cover up for quite some time. They're being exposed. Yep, I feel like whatever, I feel like the Queen of Cups energy, this Jezebel energy, even this masculine, I feel like there's some sort of triangulation happening between these two. I feel like now they're experiencing heartache and betrayal and deception. in their dynamic between each other. So either the Queen of Cups put this masculine in a third party, or the masculine put this Queen of Cups in the third party, or both. Okay, I mean, it doesn't even have to be those energies. It can just be like, there's no love lost here, is what I'm getting. I feel like this is like a return to sender. This is like, oh, you wanted to understand what it feels like to be in a third party and cheated on and someone taken from you, right? I feel like there's no protection here, all right? So I feel like this is like some sort of karma's got your address. Doesn't matter where you go, karma always has your address. Yeah, Hierophant, all right? I feel like they will learn the hard way who's the boss, and it's not them. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, what kind of painting they want to put out there, whatever story they want to tell, I feel like they're learning very hard life lessons here. And that you can't always mess with, you can't, like, you could have like maybe played around with past energies, but it's almost like you played with the wrong one this time, okay? And this one's going to teach you a very hard lesson with the Hierophant. I feel like this has something to do with like the belief system. So maybe there was this disagreement with how you believe, how you show up in life. I feel like maybe because of how you show up in life, you were attacked, but you were meant to show up in this life this way. You're meant to teach people. You're meant to share your wisdom. You're meant to share your knowledge, okay? And I feel like they tried to manipulate or create some sort of like gaslighting or some sort of like illusion around what you do and how you do it and why you're doing it, okay? So I feel like that's coming to light. Page of Pentacles. I feel like there is something new. Something was created as a result of this that was meant to be created, mind you, okay? So it's like you learned something and now you're applying it with the Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you turned this pain into power. I feel like there was you grew from the experience here. I feel like you saw the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like there is this energy of feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, trapped. I feel like you were able to free yourself from the mindset that this energy wanted you to be in, okay? Five of Swords. I feel like they're going to have a similar experience as you, possibly even an awakening. I feel like this past energy and whoever they were dealing with on the side is maybe considering, you know, some sort of commitment elsewhere is what I'm getting. I feel like someone is finding out that someone in their dynamic is having a commitment outside of their relationships. I feel like this is someone cheating, lying, defaming, slandering, telling people, you know, half the story. I feel like there was a lot of that going on. I feel like I'm also getting like, I feel like wherever they went instead ended up in defeat. I feel like they are now stuck with what they chose, okay? And I feel like they ended up attracting somebody who is exactly like them. So if I'm talking about a masculine narcissistic energy that puts you in a third party and, you know, all the things, I feel like they attracted a narcissistic Jezebel spirit, okay, to teach them a lesson, okay? Just like they taught you a lesson. I feel like this is like playing out in the collective at this time. So I feel like if it was a feminine energy that was the narcissist Jezebel that you learned a lesson from, I feel like they're being put into a third party situation with a masculine narcissist. So I feel like these are like a form of teachers, okay? Again, all fueled by personal gain. And again, like I'm seeing the Four of Wands as like a congratulations, like you learned what you need to learn. I feel like there's like with the swords, I'm saying like there's mindset shifts, there's perceptions that are changing, there's lessons playing out, there's information being put out there, and it's helping you to learn your discernment. Like there's a lot of benefits to these experiences if you can see them from a higher perspective. It is for the sake of you to reflect, okay? See the 4-11-11, like that mirrored energy. It acts as a mirror back to you so that you can kind of see where there's areas of your life that you may have been ignoring that may need attention for healing. It's like things in the past that might have been painful or traumatic, like they come to the surface to heal. So I feel like as a result of this, you know, part of this process, even though it's not the best experience and it's not always desired, it does serve a purpose. Everything serves a purpose. And a lot of it has to do with our own abandonment, our own rejection, our own shame. And this comes up so that we can find resources and do the work to kind of like bring this back into balance for ourselves. Yeah, and I feel like this is a personal victory for some of you. This is something that was quite a bit for you to overcome. I feel like you're now leading the charge towards something. You feel committed and devoted towards what you've overcome. So this very much could have been like a catalyst for your next phase of your life. I do feel like there is something that you will move on to do, and I feel like it is in alignment with all those wands in the upright as well as these swords. I feel like there was knowledge gained, okay, insight gained. You know, you can choose to take the pain or the lesson, okay? So it's kind of like, which one are you going to take with you on your next chapter? So this is like confirming you're moving on to a next chapter. I have 6-6 here. So you're definitely moving on to the next chapter with the gains, okay, with the knowledge and the gains. I feel like this is you taking inspired action, using your conscious abilities to choose what's in your highest and greatest good. And I feel like this is you making plans. This is you also waiting. Maybe there's some things that are still playing out now before you can actually like officially take action. So I feel like things are playing out in the environment, and there's a bit of planning that's needed. You're also needing to kind of speak up for yourself and be your most authentic self. This can also represent like you hearing people out, or you advising others, or I feel like there's an ability of you to guide others to close out their own chapters because you've experienced it yourself, or whatever you've experienced and overcome, there's some knowledge gain that you're meant to share. And I feel like this is your way of sharing whatever that is. Okay. Awesome. Queen of Swords, that's air sign energy. So that would be, again, like sharing your mindset, communicating. Whether it's like your subconscious and conscious beliefs. It's like you stand on truth and authenticity, temperance, bringing balance and harmony and peace. So you may be someone who brings peace to the situation, or even like sharing your perspective to bring harmony and peace and things into balance. Maybe someone is seeing something from just one perspective and you can share the other so that the whole thing comes to completion with the World card here. So I feel like you help bring things full circle. I feel like you do have a foot here and a foot in the spiritual realm too. Yeah, I feel like you're someone who has had to tame their own inner beasts. You've even gone through a process of releasing yourself and the shame that maybe you've experienced as a result of these situations that, you know, broke your heart, right? Created pain and suffering. I feel like you've you've created some sort of balance within. You've learned this technique. I feel like this is compassion and empathy that you're able to bring to the table because you've healed from whatever afflicted you. Okay, so this is like you doing the healing work, right? Put you in an energy to have compassion and empathy for others who are currently going through it. And because you've done it, you have this ability to share. Okay, so whatever that is, however that is, like you don't have to be a reader. You can, you know, still share what you've learned in this lifetime. There is fast forward movement happening. I feel like, you know, if you have this calling, I feel like they're asking for you to answer the call. I do have, you know, helping others along the path. I do feel like making sure that when you do interact with others, it's fair, it's balanced, it's reciprocal. There is some sort of transition playing out here. I also have, I feel like there's a beautiful blessing or gift coming in for you as a result of the work that you've done. I feel like this is something you are for sure going to celebrate. And I feel like this is taking you on that new adventure, that new path that you've been kind of working towards. This is like confirmation this is coming in. And I feel like you're going to feel like, you're going to be like, wow, is this really for me? Like, it's almost going to require you to do like a double take for some reason. I feel like it's going to put you in a better position. Maybe even some financial freedom. This is going to like, it's kind of like, don't worry about a thing, chicken wing. I don't know who that's for. I feel like don't worry about it. Don't look back. There's nothing new. Everything's being taken care of on your behalf. Judgment and the moon. Everything that happened in the dark is being brought to the light, and it's judgment day. I feel like you have completed your spiritual awakening process. I'm also getting that you were meant to help others, all right, through this process, since now you've been through it yourself and you have your own experiences that you can share, right? Page of Cups. It's kind of like sharing from the heart space. Sharing, you know, the good with the bad when it comes to life experiences and kind of going with the flow and not always knowing the outcome, but trying to be optimistic. I feel like you could be a bit of a jokester, a bit of a playful person. Like you could be like very playful. And I'm getting like you're going to help people here. Once they kind of like go through their own process, I feel like this is when you step in and you're like, hi, like I've been there, done that. Let me see if we can kind of commiserate a little bit. I feel like there's a bit of commiserating here, but in a good way. I feel like there is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of like, who do you trust? Who do you listen to? Who do you watch? What do you read? Like, how do I find out all the things that I need to find out about? I feel like you're guiding people in some way through whatever illusion, confusion, fear, and anxiety they might have about their spiritual awakening too. Like I feel like you're a safe space, okay? And I feel like you're a leader in this area of expertise. You do know that, like, I feel like you have this, you understand like the environment, right? It's a lot of discord, okay? And I feel like you understand this. You have, and I'm also getting like this is masculine energy too with the Magician and the Emperor. I'm getting that, like, and then I have the Star card. So there very well could be someone coming into your energy, or this could be you. You might be asked to kind of like step up into a leadership role. With the Magician, this is you realizing like you are the one who is being called to create, but to create in the way that you were asked to create, which is the Ace of Wands in the upright, not in reverse. So this is like not abusing power, okay? This is manifestation energy. This is Archangel Michael energy with the Magician. I'm also getting, this is like conscious awareness, okay? And there is this, like accountability for what you create here, all right? And I feel like There's integrity with this. There's do no harm with this. There's laws, there's principles that are above man here that play out. And I feel like you understand this. You've proven yourself that you are capable, wonderful, magical wizard Harry. All right. So I feel like that's also part of the process here. And it's for the sake of healing. It's for the sake of helping. Many volunteered to be here during this time frame through this ascension process, awakening and ascension. So if you have your light turned on, right? I feel like if you have your light turned on, then this is for you. If you need help with your awakening and ascension process, please book a session with me or send me a message, send me an email. I am happy to be of assistance. And if I can't help you, I will recommend somebody. I feel like these burdens of this physical reality can be a lot. I do feel though you will be releasing these because these are old beliefs, old patterns, old cycles, old ways of doing things. I feel like you're focused on creating new, okay? And I feel like you've put down the burdens of the past, which is awesome. So good for you. I'm also getting like you appreciate everything you've experienced so far. Yeah, this is the card of being grateful and appreciative and understanding like everything you experience in your life has purpose. It's for you, not against you. I feel like you've been through a lot in your life and you don't look like it. You very much look like, you know, you have it very good, and you very well may have it very good in whatever way that is. But I feel like you had to go through it in order to be where you're at. The position you sit is one of authority, integrity, and you demand respect, and you deserve respect. And I feel like maybe some things you learned in this past cycle was to teach you how to respect you. And to then you respecting you will demand that others respect you as well. It's like that vibration, right? If they're not going to meet you where you're at, then you're fine with being by yourself, because now you know who you truly are and what you're here to do, and that you have this amazing, strong connection to the divine. And in fact, you're a child of the divine, and you're here to anchor in love, light, prosperity, peace, and harmony as a temperance angel. All right. Earth angel energy here. And many of us volunteered to do just this. Okay. Yeah, look at Knight of Swords. You receive direct communication from the divine. I'm also getting this could be incoming. What's incoming? What's coming in here? Good news is coming. You very much could be someone who shares good news for the greater good. You share information, you share knowledge, you share wisdom for the greater good. And the Knight of Swords very much can be like fast communication. So this could be you pushing out information, knowledge, or wisdom. So what else you want to tell about this? Page of Wands. Oh, you're going to receive news about shadow energy, dark energy. Okay, what are we hearing about them? Past energy. So this would be that narcissistic energy. I feel like you're going to receive news about this energy. Okay. Communication, a message. You're going to receive a message. Okay. About what they did with others. When this is them, you know, putting out bad juju. Remember how I said it's really important with the Ace of Wands and the upright and the Magician? That was with good intentions for the highest and greatest good. They worked with others for the opposite of that. And I feel like you're going to find out how much this group and these people were manipulated by the dark energies to come after you and your light and why you are here, okay? But obviously their plots, their plans, their attempts only put you in the position that you were meant to have this whole entire time, okay? It's because you can't mess with God and get away with it. All right? I feel like this energy is coming to collect, and it's not you they're coming to collect on. All right? I feel like this group and this magician, whoever wants to put the hat on and say it fits, okay? It's coming for collective energy, okay, that went above and beyond, all right? I feel like this is like the group that did too much, okay? I feel like they watch you, okay? They're observing. There's some sort of, maybe you're going to observe this happening in your physical reality, all right? Or they're going to watch you be blessed in front of their face because they did the most to prevent that from you. They did the most to prevent you from moving on to a new direction, all right? So, I mean, this is a lot of gossip going on. Lots of gossip. Lots of people talking about who maybe you dealt with in the past. Okay, and what they do behind the scenes. I feel like there's probably some sort of evidence that's come out regarding this past person, past group even. Maybe there's stuff going on about a group and what they did. Anyways, I do have a Queen of Wands here too in the reverse, so all right. Yeah, and then I have, there's some sort of like ending to a commitment or teamwork or some sort of job or collaboration. I feel like you're going to find out about how there was like a whole group of people collaborating to come against you. Okay? And they partied, drank, celebrated, and had a grand old time doing whatever they were doing to try to take you down. And then here we are. Here are the players. Queen of Wands in the reverse. King of Pentacles. Okay? They try to create an ending for you. But as a result of the energy they put out against someone they probably shouldn't have done to, I feel like this is what they're experiencing. It's all the things that they sent out to you. Okay, so I don't know, guys. Like, it's coming out for a reason. I gotta speak on it. I do have many that I read for, and I adore every single one of you. So thank you for your support as always. But I do need to read the energy for what it is. There's a reason why it's coming out. There's a reason why I'm speaking on it. And it is for your highest and greatest good that you are aware. And I know sometimes we don't want to hear about this stuff, but there's a lot to say about like all the ways in which we learn from one another, whether we intend to learn from each other or not. I feel like it just kind of plays out that way. And if you can kind of like, after a while, I know I can just look at it and be like, okay, now I understand why this went that way or what was learned. I feel like there is this ability to grow from some of it, you know, like it always, at the end of the day, there's always something to use as a stepping stone for something else. So it's kind of like, yeah, again, Empress, it's all for the greater good. You know, it's for your growth, it's for your development, it's to, you know, it's to let you know that like you are your own priority, okay? And you're worth all the energy that you invest in yourself because of your true nature, which is loving, caring, and kind. And you do think about things on a much bigger scale, and you probably have a really close relationship with nature. You know, this is the rise of the divine feminine energies as well playing out here. So some of these lessons are very much tailored to, you know, balance, like bringing balance to the collective through each one of us, through our own healing journey, to balance our feminine and masculine energies, because both are needed in order for this new earth energy. Okay, so that there's like this greater purpose here as to why we're all learning, like, these difficult lessons in what we invest in and what we create, and how we're creatively responsible for how we show up here on earth. And we all have free will choice. And so this is also like manipulation of free will, using trauma, pain, and stuff like that. Like the shadow energy, the dark energy serves a purpose, okay, when it needs to. But when it's out of balance, right? When things are out of balance is when, you know, we're needing to kind of call in some assistance here. And I feel like that's playing out. If we can be good neighbors with one another, then we can be good galactic neighbors too. Right? I feel like, you know, this is a mirror. This is duality. This is, you know, the feminine and masculine energies in union with one another, not just like in relationships and partnerships, but also on a grander scale. And so we're meant to work on our inside so that we can present that on the outside, and it literally will change our environment. Okay, so this is like as above, so below, as within, as without, like all of it. So yeah, and then this is justice. So again, talking about balance being restored here. Fairness, universal law. Like this is like bringing everything together in accordance to universal law, right? And universal law like will keep the cycles going until things come to a balance. And so it's interesting how that plays out if you've ever studied like the divine plan or some of that kind of wisdom, but it's fascinating. Yeah. Okay, again, 8 of Cups. It's like, it's all about soul searching, okay? And that's also kind of like been planted in us, okay? And, you know, continuing to find our true authentic selves, right? And what really calls to us. I feel like there's this effort that maybe, you know, is going to play out for those on the other perspective here. I feel like, you know, someone is going to be forced to leave a situation, circumstance, dynamic that, you know, doesn't work for them anymore. I feel like there is like this shame playing out here. I feel like things are very imbalanced over here. I feel like someone is not willing to address or admit what really went on here. And that is why, like, what they valued the most, they will lose. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Right? I feel like they tried to steal your destiny and failed. Or just your spiritual birthright. They worry about you being happier, better off than them. That is why they are motivated to do what they do. And this is a mindset, all right? And so this is as a result of an accumulation. There's 9 there. So this is like the next phase before like a dark night of the soul or an ego death. So I feel like, again, all for the purpose of the soul's growth, right? Understanding that. I'm almost using this whole deck, y'all. Look at, it came out officially, the 5 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's, you know, definitely some soul searching needed here with the 5 of Cups. And then I have, you know, the Judgment. So I would say, you know, this is about doing like an honest self-evaluation as to why you're motivated to hurt the people that are in your life to love you and care for you. Right? And so, like, what do we need to look at in the past, okay, that you're refusing to look at? Right? And here's the thing, like, to win at all costs, for what? Like, what did you actually gain in this situation besides being in a very difficult situation and not really having a bright outlook here. Like, it's not looking good right now. So I feel like there's an opportunity here for you to do different, but that's up to you and your free will choice. All right. We have a King of Wands. I feel like there could be an energy coming in that might help to relieve some things for you if you are looking for some balance here in your life. Let's see what this is. I feel like there's this like refusing to face the truth, refusing to face reality, and is in such fear for having to be accountable for the actions that they have taken. Yeah. They are afraid of being judged by others. Excuse me. Okay, I feel like, yeah. What is this? All right, so I have King of Wands, Four of Cups, Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel like it's like be careful what you wish for, you just might get it, is what it is. Again, like the energy and action you take will come back to you. Usually wish come true is in the upright. This is not a wish come true. In fact, this is like, you know, a wish can have two sides like a blade. So be careful that you don't get cut, depending on which side of the blade. And this is like realizing like, shit, I made the wrong decision. All right. Yeah, this is some like, oof, tea. Look at tea. Oh, there's the blade and there's the apology. Or maybe there's a bit of I don't know what this is. I don't know what this Page of Cups is, but I would say that it is what it is energy. If, you know, like you see things from both sides now, you're like, whatever, I don't need this apology. Like but I feel like maybe this is, the divine is kind of like steering this person towards some sort of acknowledgement, maybe not a complete truth, or I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of pressure here. There's some pressure. There's some Fisher pressure. All right, so okay, I'm putting them back. Yeah, Page of Cups, Ace of Swords. Let's see what else we have. Knight of Wands. What is this? This is all in the right order. All right, this is how you want to read it. All right. Wow, check this out. Bottom of the deck energy is the Wheel of Fortune. So this cycle is coming to an end, my friends, or it has ended. And this is like the summary. This is like remember how like when you're in school and you did like you had to write something for English or whatever, and there was like the Cliff Notes, all right? I'm feeling like this is a Cliff Note moment. All right, we have the Star card. Right, there is this healing energy, this enlightenment, like you're an enlightened being here. And this, you know, again, this is you like using your experience, right? And creating something stable, secure, and foundational from it, okay? And you have doubled this, because this is the Four of Pentacles here to the 8. So there's been a lot of growth here, and you are emerging like your hard work is paying off. Okay, whatever you're doing and you're sharing, is what you're meant to do. And so it's like your hard work is paying off. The Emperor is also someone who sees what you do and how you do it. I feel like there's an appreciation of your commitment to grow and develop, and there's an appreciation of your work. I feel like there is something coming towards you, whether this is a masculine or feminine. It doesn't really matter. Switch the roles if you need to, but I do feel like there's something coming in here. And I feel like, you know, someone sees the growth and development and value you bring to the table. And I do feel like there's an offer on its way. So this could be something that is very destined to happen at this time. All right, as a result of everything that you've put into your process, your spiritual awakening process. So good job, kudos, congratulations. And I finished the whole deck, which is really awesome and fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. This will be our only reading today, just because it's like an hour. And yeah, very awesome. 5555 on the timer. And we will close this out, okay? Remember, like, there's things playing out on a much bigger scale, so kind of like ride the waves, all right? Ride those waves. Go with the flow. Sending you lots of love. See you next time.